the spending of most of those big distribution companies like Universal, all those Sony, is anywhere between $50 to $80 million.
Magka-campaign na kayo sa Oscars, how much exactly do you need? I mean, in terms of financial. Kasi, like, na-interview ko kasi dati si Mark Mayley, director ng Crying Ladies. When Crying Ladies was sent in 2004, parang 10 million lang po yung budget nila. And nung nakausap nila yung ibang producers who were also campaigning, parang natawa daw po sa budget nila. Now, meron na po ba na figures na gusto nyong i-target?
For the film to be noticed and to go around and get a big buzz, the spending of most of those big distribution companies like Universal, all those Sony, is anywhere between $50 to $80 million.
Wow!
Oh my God!
Which is nowhere the fraction that we can afford. So right now we're talking to HBO, hoping that with the clout of HBO and with the support they have globally, we could not to get the $50 or $80 million, but we could get their machinery to work on something. And they gladly accepted it. Even with the theatrical release, we've already finalized everything with HBO. Maybe we're getting a few screenings to the US to get the film around and invite some Academy members to watch it.
Yes.
We're hoping for that kind of support from HBO.
also,
HBO North America has been informed already.
Are you also soliciting from mga private companies and yung mga government, film-related government agencies? Kasi po yan din yung ginawa ni Juday with Ploning.
Yeah, we have a few meetings with several people, hoping to get their support. We haven't started that yet. Hopefully, we're gonna get their support, not just financially, but
Yes. When it comes to promotions, parang sabi din ni Dondon na there has to be a publicity stunt para ma-notice. What does he mean by that, and do you agree with him?
Now, yeah, we are attacking it in several ways. During our meeting, we're attacking it with the kind of prestige that the film has gone through globally in the film festival world. That's one. The other one is the timeliness of the story. So where the story was born, which is during the time where journalism it has always been in attack in the Philippines, but at a time where it was the hardest hit in our history, just so to get it into everyone's radar that this is the story of the world in the 2020s, because the truth about the attack on the journalists is not just happening in our country now, it's happening globally. Also, we're trying to because of how global things are now, there's a feeling that it might be easier to get into the radar of people globally. So we're hoping that the merits of the film, not just the timeliness of it, but also the festival together could pick the interest of whoever needs to see it. We are also looking into a publicist in the US to maybe get the word around for On the Job in North America. The good thing is HBO is showing globally as a series. We're hoping that the news of the Emmys in the US could get the title On the Job into everyone's radar.
Plus, direct noon sa November po yun, no, yung awarding. Tama po ba?
Yes.
If ever, no,
Dondon and I
sana.
are leaving November 17. The events would start November 19 to 22.
Mhm.
So we'll be there until that time. We're coming back 24,
Opo,
November
opo.
24.
Are you parang talking with the others na yung mga nung mga nauna na asking about their experiences, yung mga mistakes that they've committed, and nagko-consult ba kayo sa kanila? Also, if alam nyo din ba kung mga kind of films that you're up against?
I've seen the titles of the other countries. There's fewer socio-political films now. It's mostly a lot. There's stories about the gender. There's stories about just pure human insight. So maganda naman yung mix. No? I've talked to a few who have submitted, but not now. I've talked to them over the years. No? And of course, I keep hearing about the parties that you need to make. And I don't know if that still works now during the pandemic.
Direk, last na lang, ano pong laman ng dasal ninyo ngayon?
Ang laman ng dasal ko talaga, pag iniisip mo, and we've been talking about this for months now, paulit-ulit, we just want the Philippine cinema, and cinema meaning not just the theaters, but also the newfound format that we're having with the series, etc. I just want the Philippines to get into everybody's radar and show how much talent we have here in the Philippines. I think we're in a really, really low plateau now in the Philippines. Nothing rises above the clutter. Everyone's talking about how do we go back into the cinemas. Kami ni Don have been pushing that the only way back to the cinemas now, after the hiatus natin, is to really do a tentpole Filipino movie. Tentpole meaning a movie that is big enough to be seen on the wide screen. That people are not gonna say, I'm just gonna download it 2 months later. I'm just gonna pirate it a month later. We need to show a film that's a spectacle, that's spectacular enough to merit the audience to say, oh, I'm excited to see this. I want to see this on the first day of the showing. Yeah, I think that's the prayer. Haba, ang haba.